So, our project evaluates ERP solutions for manufacturing companies focusing on Works. We compared it with NetSuite. Oh, how the hell? NetSuite, Microsoft Dynamics, and Plex. We're Systems 5, and my name is Alejandra Garcia. So we found that general ERP systems are strong, but they are lacking manufacturing specific features. And Works stands out because it integrates ERP with real-time production data, helping companies improve efficiency and decision making. The issue is that many manufacturing companies use disconnected systems across departments, which leads to poor visibility, inventory issues, and production delays. This problem increases cost and slows down decision making, which is why companies need a more integrated ERP solution. Because of these issues, companies need a system that is going to be able to connect all departments and provide real-time data. So this would help reduce errors, improve efficiency, and support growth. Next.
Oh, next
Sorry.
up, sorry. Next up, we have the market overview. Uh, so we went in, looked at and analyzed different competitors to Delmia Works and to see what their core strengths and weaknesses were and how they compare to Delmia Works and how Delmia Works is better than the competition for our use case. Uh, so for our first competitor, next slide.
Sorry.
It's all good. For first competitor, the first competitor we analyzed is NetSuite, ERP developed by Oracle. NetSuite is a fully cloud-based ERP system that is widely used by small to mid-sized businesses. It provides a broad range of functionalities, including financial management, inventory, CRM, and order processing. One of NetSuite's biggest strength is its scalability and ease of development, since companies don't need to make on-premise infrastructure. However, a key limitation is that it is not specifically designed for manufacturing environments. It lacks deep shop floor integration, real-time production tracking, uh, which are critical to manufacturing companies. This makes it less suitable compared to Delmirworks for production-focused organizations. The second competitor is Microsoft Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. This is an entire enterprise level ERP solution hosted on Microsoft Azure and is often used by mid-sized to large organizations. One of its main advantages is its integration with other Microsoft tools such as Office 365, with Power BI, which allows for strong data and analytics and reporting capabilities. It also supports advanced forecasting and supply chain optimization. However, Dynamics 365 can be complex to implement and often requires significant customization. It can also become expensive depending on the number of modules and users. While it offers strong overall functionality, it may not provide the same level of specialized manufacturing integration as Delmiaworks. Next, we'll look at another manufacturing-focused competitor before comparing all solutions. Uh, So next up we have Plex. Plex is a cloud-based ERP platform designed specifically for manufacturers. It focuses heavily on real-time shop floor data and integrates ERP with manufacturing execution systems. Its strength includes strong quality management of compliance tracking and real-time production visibility. However, because it's highly specialized, it may be less flexible for organizations outside of manufacturing. Um, Let's see. This table compares the major ERP systems based on hosting, target market, strengths, and weaknesses. As we can see, general ERP systems like NetSuite and Dynamics provide broad functionality, while Plex and Delmiworks focus more on manufacturing options. Overall, the ERP market is divided between general and manufacturing-focused solutions. DelmiaWorks stands out because it combines ERP and MES capabilities into a single system. This allows companies to connect business processes directly with real-time production data, improving efficiency and decision making. Uh, and yeah, this is as we explained here, as I explained before, this is why DelmiaWorks stands out. It has native MES integration, eliminates data silos. Every module is built for production workflows. It has granular tracking that meets strict compliance standards, and is specifically tailored for a mid-sized manufacturing firm rather than a really large one.
Okay, so moving into our ERP product deep dive, we know that Delmio Works stands out because it combines both ERP and MES into one single platform, which is pretty unique in the market. And in terms of its core components, we identified five that are most relevant to our clients' needs. First is manufacturing and production management, which handles real-time shop floor monitoring and production scheduling. And second is quality management, which covers FDA and ISO compliance, which is really important for industries that deal with things like medical devices. Third is inventory and warehouse management, which minimizes errors and keeps handling costs low. Fourth is financial management, which gives leadership a unified view of costs and forecasting. And fifth is business intelligence and reporting, which provides real-time dashboards so decision makers always have the full picture. And then here you can see actual screenshots from DelmiaWorks interface showing each of the five modules I just discussed. So in figure one, it shows the real-time shop floor monitoring screen where you can see live production data and quality flags across all active work orders. Figure two is the quick inspection module, which you can actually see is being used for a medical device component, which I mentioned earlier. And figure three shows the main inventory module that is tracking on-hand quantities and safety stock levels. Figure four is the financial report setup screen showing the balance sheet, income statement, and budget reports. And figure five is the business intelligence dashboard showing real-time vendor performance analytics and KPI tracking. So, as outlined in our market overview, our client is a mid-sized manufacturer that needs a cost-effective, single integrated solution. When we look at the general purpose ERP competitors, let's say like NetSuite and 365, they simply don't have the deep manufacturing and MES functionality that our client needs. They'd still require a separate shop floor system, which defeats the whole purpose. More specialized competitors come closer, like Plex, but carries higher implementation costs and less deployment flexibility. And our client, Delmio Works, wins because it's simply the most practical choice.
So right here we have the scope management in which we go over the core modules, the MES, the quality inventory, financials, BI, and then the master data migration from legacy systems, real-time integration with shop floor equipment, FDA and ISO compliance, e-signatures, Kappa, DHR, role-based training and support. And things that are out of scope for this project are additional manufacturing sites and shop floor hardware procurement. And here's the phases of the project, and which would take about 12 to 14 weeks. Phase one is the initiation, the first 2 weeks, which is the kickoff, the current state assessment and charter. And then the next phase is the week 3 to 5, where process mapping, configuration, workbook, and the sign off happen. Mm. Then from week 6 to 8, there's the data migration, the Power BI, and implementing the dashboards. And then for the fourth phase, there's validate, where there's the UAT, the mock audit, and the training. And then for the last phase, where the system goes live and where we support it.
Right. So with any project, we have our cost, and Dilemma Works is around the mid-tier pricing. So our total cost of the first year would include software licensing, professional services, infrastructure, and the actual labor that would be used. Below we created the table, and here we'll go through it right now. So this is budgeted out for around 100 to 200 users that would actually interact and have accounts with licenses for this ERP system. For software licensing would be first year budget from 180 to $250,000, depending on different negotiations and actual cost breakdown. Implementation services would be around 220,000 to 300,000. The actual infrastructure that we would have to buy and integrate would be roughly 25 to $40,000. And then any additional labor that we might have, like overtime, which will be there, is from 60 to $90,000. And then just to set aside, because mistakes happen, natural disasters can happen, we'll have an emergency fund of around 10% of our budget. So 50 to 70K will be our emergency fund there for. So totaling the first year of our budget would be around 535,000 to around that $750,000 market value. So also what comes with projects is just overall risk, and how to mitigate that is what's going to set us apart. And the best thing to do with this is to just create a table and board of all the different risks that are implemented and are going to come up, list them with critical and impact, and assign them to someone and say, hey, we need to get this fixed. We need to have someone on it at all times trying to reduce this risk and trying to honestly eliminate it. Here are some example ones we came up with that are pretty common is scope creep. This is just pretty much when anything is added to our overall scope that we mentioned earlier. This can delay timelines, can also add more complexities. This is medium risk, but still needs to be actively looked at and stopped. Next, we have our shop floor migration. This is just the actual implementation and migration of all the tools, people, supporting everyone, creating good documentation is what's going to mitigate this fully. We also listed this at around that medium mark. And then one critical one that is going to be there is the FDA and ISO gaps. And honestly, the best way to mitigate this is just to configure quality suites and conduct active audits before we push anything and before we decide to implement anything else in the future. And that's the end.